Eran, you could definitely
Okay.
take it away.
So I will start sharing right now in a moment. Yeah. So welcome everybody to our workshop on how to build your first chatbot. I'm also joined in the crowd, in the attendance by joined or will be joined by our two terrific and new UX people, Eden and Karin. So great to see you, everybody. Although I don't actually like see you, but you know, we know the drill. It's like a year and a half of until into Corona, and you know. So okay, who we are? Let's start with this one. CocoHub is a platform, no code, easy to use bot building platform. Voicebot.ai, the biggest website in the industry, called us customizable chatbot creator. We also go along with this one. We believe in build once, publish everywhere. You can build your chatbot. All of our chatbot components, which I will explain about it later, are designed voice first. So they don't support like carousels or, you know, do you want to continue 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons? We don't do that. That's not how we people were making conversation. We don't go, you know, to a store and the salesperson is telling us you can pick 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you actually can manage a conversation through a chatbot, uh, human-like conversation, give the chatbot a personality, and that's what we do. So once you build your chatbot, all of the things are ready for voice. There are some support for like GIFs or pictures if you want to have it only textual, but our main focus is towards video bots and toward voice bots. So all kind of bots can be created using our platform. And as I said, we are a hub for conversational components and user intents. What are conversational components? We'll get to this, to the practical aspect of this later, but the general concept of conversational components are mini chatbots that each of them is achieving a sub goal in a conversation. It can be like a marketing goal, for example, a lead generation, to verify user's birthday, user's address, user's email address, user's phone. And it can be even small talk, like to talk to users about pets, about his favorite food, about his favorite video games. And it also can like register him to a workshop or present a new product that you have for the new for the customers. And generally, this is like a building block. Let's say that you have a shop and you want to generate leads. You want like to ask, do you hear about us? Do we want to hear about our services? Do you want to buy? And then you can like take a conversational component of lead generation and then connect it to like a namer. What's your name? And connect it to like the new product to explain about new product. And then you just get all the details to your email, and you know if the customer is interested and his personal details. And this is like easy as 1, 2, 3. And you can customize all of these components. So you can give it your own tone of voice. For example, if the component, a mini chatbot, asks you for your name, you can, you know, change the way you approach the user. For example, if it says, nice to meet you, you can change it to great to meet you, or I'm so excited to meet you, or in the other end, I'm sorry I ever met you. But probably you won't do the last part unless you're doing like a UX for a horror movie. And the intents are like the latest feature, which we believe that is very, very, very useful, because the components are a way for the chatbot to achieve something, but the intents are what the user basically say. Let's say that you actually run people will say to you, when you write a chatbot, avoid wide questions, because it's like 100 or I don't know 1,000 ways to answer this. But if you do have like scope of things that you can do, for example, if you have the shop, and like most of the regular questions that will be asked are, for example, what are your opening hours? What is your refund policy? What is the prices? What is the payment method? Where are you located? How can I get there? So all of these are what we call intent. All of these have multiple ways to ask, but the intent encapsulated all the ways, or the general ways, and unless you find out that we didn't include something, in which a user can approach and ask about this one. So we have the components for what the bot says, we have the intents for what the user says, and from here on, the making of the bot is very, very simple. So I'm Eran, the head of marketing operations, 25 years in media and content in Israel. Miri, that was supposed to be here, but as I said, she had a medical emergency, and we wish her well and quick recovery. She's the head of content and social media. She's my best partner, and she helped a lot. She actually created this presentation. So imagine that she's here with us. So what we'll do during the workshop, we'll talk about similarities between conversation design and UX writing. We'll understand the principles of chatbot writing, and we'll build our own chatbot. Of course, we won't complete the whole process, because if you want to customize it, you want to like deploy it, there are things that need to be done, but we'll give you the basics of how to build the chatbot. So what is conversational AI? To put it simple, conversational AI is the way that we, the human, talk to the computer or the digital interface in a language that we understand, in a human language. We don't talk to each other, hey, Yuval, the curly parenthesis, context dot user dot info mail dot phone. Hey, we ask, what is your phone? And this is the way we interact with the digital interfaces, and this is conversational AI. What is a chatbot? A chatbot is a channel of communication between the business or the person or the company or the corporate and its clients, its customers, its users, which makes a human-like conversation for us, a human-like conversation. Not all chatbots are created equal, and not all chatbots are giving this human-like impression, but this is what a chatbot is. It's a tool, mainly a digital marketing tool, but not only, because it can help in healthcare, it can help in ed tech, it can help in multiple other ways. And so we are calling ourselves like vertical agnostic and industry agnostic, because we are good for a lot of things. And a lot of people already created a lot of things using our hub. So as I said, Karin and Eden are our UX people, and I asked them what for them, after being here for a while, what's similar between UX design and conversation design. So first of all, the user, we put the user at center, the user first. We create and crafting the best experience for the use of products, services, and interfaces. We provide an end-to-end experience. We design the full path with two goals in mind: the desired results, we're crafting the path so it leads toward achieving the goal, and to enjoy the ride, because we want to create an easy, enjoyable experience while giving users value and using our tone and voice. And like UX writer, we test, and then we test some more. In conversation design, we call it the feedback loop. Once the chatbot is live, we read the logs, we see what's happening when people interact with our chatbots, and we learn from it. If we see that the users are taking a direction that we didn't think about, we add that direction, or we block this direction. If we see that we don't get the end result we wanted, we change the flow to get it. So this is, in a way, kind of UX, like when the product is live, this is only the beginning. This is not the end. What's the difference, the main differences for them between UX and conversational writing? First of all, delegating, because conversational content and the visual aspect aren't necessarily controlled by the same person. Also, there are chatbots that are voice user interfaces. When you, for example, speak with smart speakers, smart devices. So the vocal conversational element is the only one that really matters in virtual voice assistant. For example, you can give it the best name, you can, I don't know, have amazing graphics, but in the end, it's you and your voice and the skill and the skills voice. So if the voice interface isn't good enough, your chatbot will fail, or will not reach its goal, or will be unenjoyable. A lot of times, the barrier for people to enter the chatbot, the conversational AI industry, is very high because they need to code. They need at least write a lot of codes, to like plan a lot of things in advance. In CocoHub, we took this off. You just write the conversation. You write what the chatbot wants to do. You write what the users want to do. We took care of the technical standpoint. So, okay, I see that there's also some conversation. I will get to this later. For now, I will show you a nice example of how a chatbot can turn a campaign upside down. Right?
But eventually we evolved to web-based conversational design and a chat widget that would pop open into a chatbot. And one of the first projects that we worked on was a radio commercial that the announcer on the radio commercial would tell people to text in to a short code number like 222-333, and they would get a text back with a link to a web form. And that it was a lead gen program for this. It was a school actually to become a certified professional trainer. So when you clicked on the link, you would normally go to a web form. Well, it was a multi-million-dollar radio campaign that had been running for years. And we had just built our platform, and I said to the owner of the media buying agency, I have an idea. Why don't we turn that form into a conversation? So instead of just putting, trying to fit your name in the form, it'll just say, hi, can I have your first name? Can I have your last name, et cetera, et cetera. Lo and behold, 64% more people started filling out the form.
Wow.
As you can imagine, on a multi-million-dollar radio campaign, to see that kind of increase in conversion was like, oh my God, these things are here to stay. And it was a very exciting moment. They went from like 22% of the people were filling out the form. And then with a conversational interface, 36% of the people started filling out the form. So it was so successful, the company ended up selling their business because of the increase in leads that they got from the conversational interface.
So this is a great example by Eric Cades from JetSense AI company in the United States. It actually does chatbots that direct you to live agents. But in the best way, chatbot won't direct you to a live agent most of the time. There is a survey conducted by IBM that a good chatbot can solve up to 80% of the problems that users tackle when they enter your website to see your product, your service for the first time. Because there are people that deserve the human intervention, no doubt. Not everything can be solved by a chatbot. But imagine that you have like a call center and you have like 20 people, and you say that 80% of the calls are like, how can I do this? How can I do this on your website? How can I find this? How can I find this? And the chatbot solve this for them. So they have like much more time for the human cases, for the human touch. And then like, instead of being on the line for 5 minutes, you will be on the line for 1 minute as a customer, or instead of 1 minute, you will be on the line for 10 seconds. So this is amazing experience and a whole nother level of service. So now let's start writing. So now you're welcome to log in to CocoHub.ai. I'm putting this on the chat. Where is the chat? Here is the chat. Wait. CocoHub.ai. I'm hearing like a bell rings every time a user enters our website. So I'm excited to hear a lot of ringing bells, and I'm hearing them. That's great. So once you sign up in the hub, you will see this screen. And what you need to do, for example, you can start without signing in, but I recommend that you will sign in. You can sign in the upper right corner. You can sign in, use your Gmail, your Facebook, your GitHub account if you have one. And this will help us start building. Okay, I'll take it one back. So the first thing you see, first of all, there is like a tutorial, a learning center, which you can like always access here. This gives you like the basics of how to do it. I will show you the basics now, so you will understand the concept of it. So I'm just clearing this. Okay. So now, all right. Now we're going on to the next one. So the basic building blocks of a chatbot are what the chatbot or you, the company, the brand, the business, or just yourself are saying, and expecting what the user is saying. So what you have, when you left click on the canvas, you will see that there is a menu opened with the first options are say and navigation. So say is what the chatbot is saying, and the navigation is what the user is saying. And then we have these components that we will touch in a minute. Every component, okay, we'll go right now. Let's go to, let's just dive in and start. Sorry. Wait, just entering, stopping share for a moment. Wait, sorry. In the meantime, do you want to give me a use case you'd like to try? Like, I don't know, kind of shop, kind of business that you wish you could write a chatbot for? I'm waiting for
right here in the chat is some kind of a use case that you want Eran to create right now.
Mm-hmm.
A customer needs to make a payment on their loan. Getting customers to, let's review a few case studies and then you can pick one.
All right.
Getting customers to help specialists for a couple of different problems, a friend finding app sign up, organize business meetings, internet provider, my email isn't working, pizza delivery.
Okay, so let's go to pizza delivery. Parmesh Chopra, you're the winner. So let's go to pizza delivery. So I'm sharing.
Good to see you here.
Parmesh, you just made me hungry for pizza. So let's go here. So when you go click the plus, you will be able to create from template. And when you click default, you will be able to give your chatbot a name. For example, I don't know, pizza delivery with today's date. And let's do it. Let's start. So this is the beginning of the chat. You have the entry. And the entry node is where everything starts. So let's call it Coco Pizza, because this will be the name of our pizza place. So what the first thing that we do, and you can like follow me, or you can like create your own like pizza place or your own shop. The first thing we do, we just left click and we see that there's say, a navigation. Audio file is also a possibility to have an audio file like MP4 on your scale. We will get to this one later. So we start with the say, and here the say will say, hey, you got, hey, we are Coco Pizza. How can I help? Maybe I'm Pizzi, the chatbot for Coco Pizza. How can I help you? So let's say that you want delivery. So we go for the intents. First of all, we go to the navigations. By the way, if I'm explaining too fast, just tell me. I'm trying to do it like a step by step. So once we connected the entry node to the say node, we have a chatbot. Not a working chatbot greatly, but we have a chatbot. And how we know? We go here to the right corner and we test it. We say to the chatbot, hey, and he says, hey, I'm Pizzi, the chatbot for Coco Pizza. How can I help you? That's great. So that's the beginning of the chatbot. And then we go to the navigation. And in the navigation, we start using searching for intents. So let's say that I want to ask, for example, if you're doing deliveries because we want pizza deliveries. So I'm starting to type in delivery. And yeah, there is a question about deliveries. So I'm connecting the say to the navigation. And then let's say that we are doing deliveries for all over Europe and the United States. Let's say we're a big pizza company, very, very big pizza. So we just write the answer. We deliver all over Europe, the Middle East, USA, and India. And now we connect the delivery node to this answer. And now we click publish. Publish is like the So now we will test the chatbot. We'll say, we can also do it by voice. Maybe it's more fun.
Type anything to get started.
Hey, just click on the microphone. Hey. Okay, maybe my mic isn't so strong, so I'll just write here.
Hey, I'm Pizzi, the chatbot for Coco Pizza. How can I help you?
And now I'm asking, are you delivering?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Are you doing? Doing deliveries? Okay, no, I was supposed to ask this from the beginning. Let's do it without one.
Type anything to get started.
Sorry. Okay. Hey, are you doing deliveries? We deliver all over Europe, the Middle East, United States, and India. So I had an answer, a question, I had the answer. There was a bug, I believe, that didn't get like the exact phrase because maybe, I don't know what was inside, but let's say that we're going through this one. Now, let's ask what are the opening hours because I'm very hungry and now it's 11 o'clock. So I'm searching for an opening hours, for example, searching for the intent of opening, and I'm having the opening hours one. So now again, I'm just writing the answer. We are open every day from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. past midnight. And again, I'm connecting the dot and I'm having it here. Hey, what's your opening hours? We are open every day from 1 a.m. to 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. past midnight. So this way we can also do like how much it costs. Let's say that I want to hear about the cost. So I'm giving like payment methods. Which kind of payment methods are you accepting? And cost queries, how much does it cost? So for example, I'm saying that I want to know how much does it cost. And then I'm putting here like a regular pizza with 6 slices costs $9.99. Family pizza with 8 slices is $20.99. On top of that, because topping, or maybe on topping of that, every topping is extra 99 cents. So, okay, let's say that we created these 3 questions and our chatbot is live. And then I'm being asked something completely out of scope. Like, hey, let's say that I'm being asked about payment methods and I didn't have it in advance. So in this case, I can like go and add it. But let's say that I'm being asked something really out of scope, like, what am I thinking about rabbits? As a pizza delivery place, I don't have to think anything about rabbits. But let's say that we want to have like a question, an answer for all questions that we didn't plan in advance. So if you see here the anything else, so wait. Okay, Carolina, I saw your question. I will thank you, Hunter. Carolina, I will ask it in a moment. I will answer in a moment. So the anything else is what we call in conversation design the fallback, which means like as a person, when you're like doing, I don't know, like drills on the circus and you're falling back, you want to have a safety net. So let's say, because we are big believers in giving the chatbot a personality. So personality needs just to be fun and to say something that I may be too hungry to understand what you said. How I can help you with details about our food, our delicious pizza and garlic bread. So this is what we're doing in anything else. We connect it to here. And from here, we connect it back there, back here. So here, let's say that I'm starting to chat with the chatbot. Hey, how can I help you? What do you think about rainbows? No, about rabbits. I may be too hungry to understand what you said. I can help you with details about our delicious pizza and garlic bread. So now I'm saying, what are the, how much does it cost? And then I'm having like this conversation. Okay, let's say that these are the only 3 questions that people will ask me. Carolina, for your to answer your question, we support a lot of languages as long as you create the chatbot, like write everything in the same language. Okay, let's say, wait, Matt, you don't like to provide A, B, and C type choices throughout the user in chatbots. Why is that? I said it earlier. Maybe I didn't explain myself as well as I could. We believe that chatbots should be human-like. And most of times, when you chat with somebody, he doesn't provide you like 4 answers, 4 possibilities. Sometimes, yes. Maybe in some cases, this is even like, maybe you have a global, maybe you have a big chain of hotels and you only want to, you know what? Okay, I will go to answer this in another way. Let's say that we have only 4 branches of our pizzas. All right. So in this case, the user will ask, where are you located? So we're going to find this, where are you? And now, like if you had a button chatbot, it will ask you, it will say to you, choose 1 branch, like Montreal, Dallas, Paris, and New Delhi. But we can also say it like in a conversation. We have only 4 branches in Delhi, Paris, Montreal, and Dallas. And now we connect it to here. Which one would you like to order from? So you say, I actually gave him 4 options, but I did it like a person does, not like a robot does. And this is one of the principles for us, to provide a human-like conversation. So now, from here, let's say that the user wants to tell what place he wants, and you don't have an intent specifically for Montreal or for Dallas or for Paris. So in this case, we want to create our own intent. So we go to navigation, we pick the navigation, and now we want to create an intent for Delhi. because if it's from Delhi, we want to say the user specific thing about Delhi. So we're clicking add an intent. And then maybe we want to click, maybe we have something about Delhi. No, user location is like, he can say I'm in Delhi probably, but this probably won't cut the pizza slice for us. So we're clicking on create. And here we have two options. We can have learned intent, which means there's multiple ways to see this, to say this, and you want the machine learning aspect to be present and to have like every to try and rip off some phrases that you gave in order for the computer, for the chatbot to understand. But let's say that specifically want a user specifically asking about New Delhi. So we're clicking for keyword intent, and then we call it location Delhi. And here we're typing keywords. Keywords are the words that we think that the user will say in this place. So we're putting Delhi and New Delhi and India. Let's go for good measure that the user prefers to say India than Delhi. So then you type example locations or pizza locations because this is like your specific pizza place, pizza locations and Delhi. So we will be able to find it once we look for it. And then the description is user asks about Delhi pizza place. And then I'm just clicking save. If I'm thinking that this is like an amazing intent that can be beneficial for our community, I can ask for publish request. But in this case, I'm just talking about like Coco Pizza branch in Delhi. I don't want this. So I'm just saving it. And now I will have something related specific to Delhi. So I'll say, for example, about the branch in Delhi, we have the best pizzas in Asia in our Delhi branch. So as you saw, Fisher, we started by like giving the user options, but then we talked like human. So let's say to the user, hey, and then where are you located? Oh, okay, it's where are you? Oh, okay, sorry, and buggy. It confused because the machine learning. Hey, where are you in the world? If it goes, okay, we have only 4 branches in Delhi, Paris, Montreal, and Dallas. We still improve the machine learning. Which one would you like to order from? So let's go for Delhi. And then we have the best pizzas in Asia in our Delhi branch. So this is what we wrote. This is what the chatbot is answering. So let's see that after all of this, we want a CTA. We want the user now to order a pizza. Now the components are entering the building. Here in the hub, when you click the hub, you can see the multitude of components we have. This one gets a user's name. This one can schedule an appointment. This one gets his phone number. This one enables the user to file a complaint, to get basic medical data, to talk about the Chinese bachelor's days, for example, to get email enroll. But let's say in this case that I want only the name. So I believe there's only one Eran Soroka in the world, so I'll go with Eran Soroka, a very original name. I'm going back to the studio. Wait. Okay, so here's the studio, here's my chatbot. Wait. Okay. Sorry, okay. So here, I want to have the name component. Let's say that after we answered the user first query, we want, wait a minute. Okay. So now I'll get my chatbot back. Takes a while longer than I thought, but it will be here in a moment. All right, so this is my chatbot. So let's say that from here on, I want to get the user's name. So now I'm going to the component. I'm going I can also like leave only the components, the red ones. The own ones I will show you in a minute. Let's go for the name. I want the user to get the user's name. So I'm getting get name, and I'm clicking on it. And now I'm connecting here and here and here for the neighbor. And hey, how can I help you? What are your opening hours? Okay, so now you see we started the namer. Hey, my name is John the Bot. What is your name? First of all, my name wasn't John the Bot. My name was Pizzi. And I want to customize it. I want to give it my own touch. So I'm going into this component. I right click on it. And here I can customize the component. What happens when I'm customizing the component? I'm like calling it pizza delivery namer. That's fine. Just giving it the name I want. And now I'm going to the actions. The actions is all the all the possible scenarios that are available for a user in a conversation. For example, the user doesn't want to get the name to give the name. The user gives only his first name. The user gives only his second name, etc., etc. So this one is the starting point. So hey, my name is Pizzi, but we already said that our name is Pizzi, as I already mentioned. What is your name? My hungry partner, my hungry friend. Now I can also do it for other terms, other places in the components. I'm saving this one. Now when I will talk to the user, you see this component that was red, now it's purple. When it's purple, the meaning is that it's already customized by you. So now I'm going to talk with the chatbot. Hey, how can I help you? What's the cost? Okay, so the chatbot gave the user information about the cost. And then it says, hey, my name is Pizzi, as I already mentioned. What is your name, my hungry friend? Let's say my name is, I don't know, Justin Davis. Hello, Justin, your last name Davis? Yes. Nice to meet you, Justin Davis. So now I got the user's name and I can progress. Let's say that in this stage, I want the user details delivered to me to my email. So now what I need to do, I have now, it will improve like in a couple of weeks, but for now I'm just having here the user last name and the user first name. These are two parameters that are already collected. And let's say now that I want to send myself to myself the name of the person that wanted to order the pizza. So here I'm having a thing called send email. And in the send email, let's say that I want to connect the namer here. And now in the send email, when I'm going here, I'm having here an interesting thing. I'm just writing my name, my email. And then I'm writing the headline of the conversation. And I'm saying, hey, Eran, I'm Pizzi here. It's Pizzi. Somebody wants a delivery. And then I'm saying the users, the hungry person's details. I'm putting like first name is this parameter that we already collected. Last name, first name, last name. Bon appetit. And now let's go and have the flow. Also, let's say that I want to see the conversation log. So what I need to do here is put this one like I can write like this one, conversation log, like $1, a curly. This is not really code, just writing 2 words and putting like the $sign doesn't make it a code. Conversation underscore log and finishing it. And now I will see the whole log getting to my email. So let's go with, hey, I'm Pizzi, the chatbot for Coco Pizza. How can I help you? How much does it cost? My name is Pizzi. What is your name? My hungry friend, Justin Davis. Justin Davis, yeah. Nice to meet you, Justin Davis. Now what will happen is that I will go to my email. And now I will get the mail from Coco. The hungry person details. For some reason, it didn't collect the name. But anyway, it's supposed to be like Justin and Davis and Bon Appetit. Maybe I just misspelled the... Oh, sorry, I didn't put the $. Here. This is important. This is what I didn't get it. Now let's do it again. Hey, can I help you? All right, my name now is like Michael Johnston. Last name Johnston, yes. Nice to meet you, Michael Johnston. And then I will get another email from Coco, but now this one, in which you can say first name Michael, last name Johnston, and then the whole conversation log. You can see how the conversation went. You can like see maybe the user asked a question that you didn't have an answer for, and then you can like write your own intent and stuff. Now let's say that the chatbot is ready. It's working. It's amazing. The whole testing side part is behind us, and we're off to the road. Now we want to publish it. So now we're going to the channels. Under the channels, we have multiple ways of deploying it. We can deploy it on Facebook Messenger. We can deploy it on Telegram. We can have it a phone number. We can call a phone number, like create our own conversation like IVR. We can also we have a phone with AudioCode, the big Israeli company with telephony service. You can embed it on your web WordPress site or on your embed site, on like every other site. And the latest thing, the thing that we love the most, is the possibility to host a chatbot in Zoom or on Google Meet. I will just let you see how it looks, like this one.
Hello, darlings. I'm glad you stopped by.
We haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been?
Not you too. Everyone wants to meet me.
What did you omit here?
I went to a summit. Virtually, of course, darlings. Got to meet some people and made a commitment to help them with onboarding and employee engagement. Whatever that means.
It means basically that you admit new employees into the company and, you know...
Okay, I admit. I know what it means. I just don't really care, darling. They just want me because I'm a star.
But like, what do you do there?
I meet all the new employees on Google Meet, tell them about how to submit their requests for all their unnecessary equipment, about the office's Meatless Monday initiative, stuff like that.
Okay,
Honestly,
so this I
didn't
want
think you
that
have
this
it in
goes
you.
for another minute, but you
Commitment to
understood the
phone.
concept. Let's say that you want to deploy it as a Zoom. We want to have a video bot for your. By the way, from here, the namer, you can decide that even if the user doesn't give you the name, this is the failed option. For example, let's say that you want to tell the user that if he doesn't give you the name, you won't be able to deliver the pizza. So from failed, you go and create another. You say without, or like no name, no pizza. Try again, please. Then we reconnect it to the namer, so it will ask him all over again. And okay, so when you want to deploy it on Zoom or Google Meet, you just click on this one on the video, and then let's say that we have 7 avatars. We will have more pretty soon, I believe. let's say that I want my pizza bot to look like this and to work on, to be on a place like this, a room. And then I have to give him the name. Let's call him Pizzi because we wanted to him Pizzi. And then we'll say Pizzi, Pizzi with the today's email. And then we give him, we just decide what the language is. So whoever asked about languages, let's say that you wrote all the conversation in Spanish. So here, as you see, you have a lot of possibilities. All of these are supported languages: Hindi, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Polish, Portuguese, Brazil, Portuguese, Portugal, Romania, Spanish, Spanish, Mexico, Spanish, USA, Turkish. Let's say that now we're going for English, United States. And now we need to find a voice for the chatbot. Maybe you want him to sound like this.
Hi, my name is Justin.
Maybe it's too childish, so maybe we'll go for this one.
Hi, my name is Joey.
Okay, let's say that we want to go with Joe. Now all is left for us is to decide how we wake the chatbot up. We can say wake up, and we can say we can add a sentence like I want pizza. And then when you have the chatbot on the call, you will be able to just say I want pizza, and the chatbot will wake up and start talking with you. And this is how you put him to sleep. So when you do it, you can just save it, and then you will see here on the left, channel created. You copy the bot's email, you send, you start a mail, you just put the bot's mail, you put a Zoom link or a Google Meet link, Zoom, and you just click send. You don't have to even write anything in the subject, and that's all. The chatbot will appear on your screen in like 2 or 3 minutes. And this is really great. As you see, we just had like a very basic pizza delivery bot in like 40 minutes. So now like I'm progressing towards the end of the hour. So first of all, I will just say that we have, as I told you, this is the tool, and whoever wants to know more, I will just put my, Carolina, okay? So I just put my email here. Thank you, Anya. And I will put also my LinkedIn profile here. So you can connect to me on LinkedIn. And I will also put, if you want to talk specifically with Anna, by the way, Anna won like 3rd place. Anna won the Voice App of the Year last year for Voice Launch, which is the biggest community of voice text people. And she won 3rd place on the Lobner Prize, which is the World Cup of Chatbots on 2018. In 2020, sorry, there wasn't a competition because of the Corona. So this is if you want to talk with Anna. And I will also put the mail for the place for the chatbot conversation design that we have with Versi Academy, which is the Israeli School for Localization. There's a 3-part course, which the first lesson was already on Tuesday, but it was mostly theoretical. We didn't start actually building the chatbot. So if you want to join, you will get all the details and the recording of the first one, of course. And this course, as I recommend it because I'm among the ones doing it, but I really believe it will. What we did in half an hour will go over the best practices and the prompts and how to create like very, very human-like conversational experiences. And what we did in 30 minutes, we'll just go and move over every aspect of the writing, every aspect of how to collect parameters along the way, for example. And this is basically what we do there. So I'll stop sharing, and I'm having like the rest of the time for your questions.
All right, Eran, can you please bring me back as a host so I can turn my camera on?
Sure.
It's a bug on Zoom.
All right, wait.
And we would love to get some questions for Eran. We are in a really interesting time, by the way, people, because I remember playing with chatbots and conversation design maybe like 2 years ago, and I had to do a lot of things related to code using like Google, what's their name? Google Transcript,
Dialogue flow.
Dialogflow, and I played around to build my own bot, and it was extremely complicated. And now, like Eran just did it, bot by request in like half an hour, and I think it's pretty cool. I loved also all the integration. That was pretty awesome as well. The fact that like you can, with a click, just connect it to your Messenger and Telegram, and that's an interesting time to live. Like we're going to see a lot of more conversation designers and conversation people in the next few years, and using tools like this could be extremely useful. So I want to know if
Yuval, can you get me back to the sharing, please? To the option of sharing the screen.
Yes, try now.
All right. So here you have a lot of documentation. In documentation, you will see like multiple tutorials on how to create skill or how-tos, or if you want like self-learn it, it's all here. And you can also like understand it here. Yeah, we're having a question, I believe. Love for okay. Well, I'll go back. You talked about like best practices, so I will say this. Like it's a very high level one, but this is very important one. Don't try to write the chatbot as you are a person, as the person is speaking to you. Like I know that UX writers are trying to create the most engaging, the most like maybe fun, maybe serious, depends on the use case, interfaces. But this way, if the chatbot sounds robotic, it will be boring, it will be mundane, it will be very, very uninteresting, and you wouldn't want to chat with an uninteresting person as you wouldn't want to chat with an uninteresting chatbot. So for us, and I also told it on Yuval's podcast, yeah, imagine being the business support representative, right? Yeah, like Racheli said, right, like you would say it. So we just believe that as long as you will write the conversation, and most of you are working for some company or just a marketing or UX for like freelancers, and you know what is the customer, what is the company, what is the business's tone and voice, and as you saw, you can customize it, and you can like give it your own tone, and you can like create a lot of conversations with the studio. So Hunter Brankamp said, if I'm enabling upload of data sets from the call centers to customer service, yeah, we do have it. I will say that pretty soon, on a couple of weeks, we will have integrations with Zapier, which will enable you to connect it to databases, to CRMs. So this will enable to do it, and also you will be able to collect all the data and move it to a spreadsheet, move it to an Excel sheet, and this will be much, much easier. Mindy Brugerman asked if it's a health-related bot, how do you handle privacy issues? It's pretty simple. Only you control who sees the information. We don't touch this. We don't do anything with the data. The email that you put in the end, as I saw you, the email there is the only email. For example, if you run a clinic, so you're putting in the end your email, and you're the only one that touches that information. You ask the patient, how does it feel? If he did take his temperature today, and he answers, and you save the fever that he has, and it goes only to your email, or to your Excel, or to your spreadsheet, but the information is private. There are no third sides that touching the things here, and the only one who controls the information is you. Also in the Q&A, I think Holly Smith Willis, is it best practice to make it clear the user is chatting with the bot, or the goal is to pass as a human? This is a very, very, very good question, Holly. And the answer is, we don't want to pass the Turing test. We want to do human-like conversation, but in no way I'm pretending I want to camouflage the fact that I'm a bot. I'm saying I'm the pizza place chatbot. You know that it's a chatbot. You know what to expect from the chatbot. You know that the chatbot can help you. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the chatbot, if you had a bad day or a great day and you want to share it with a representative call, maybe you want to talk to a live agent, but if you call the pizza place, maybe this isn't the reason you called. But I want to make it clear. Turing test is, we had enough years trying to pass using the Turing test. We are chatbots, we're creating chatbots, and the chatbots are human-like. It doesn't mean that we pretend to be human-like, we pretend to be real persons, because I think that this misleads the customer, and this creates a very bad, I will just give you a small example. 2 days ago, I saw like a company that provides like digital law services, and they had a chatbot, and I started chatting with the chatbot, and my master, Yaki Dunitz, the chairman of our company, he has a good way to fail chatbots. He just said to the chatbot, "What's your name?" or "How are you?" And if the chatbot can't answer this for him, it's a bad chatbot. So I asked this, and then they said, "Hey, it's Mr. This and this and this lawyer. How can I help?" And then I sent him on LinkedIn, "Is it a real chatbot or is it you?" So he said, "Oh no, it was me. I'm actually chatting with the person." So there's no point in creating a chatbot if you're the one chatting. And also, like this guy, he goes to sleep maybe at 11 o'clock, maybe in 1 o'clock you need help. So you need to have a chatbot in place. Anya Singh, introductory book on the topic of chatbots. I know that there are some like very canonical books. The best is, I think, by Katy Pearl from Google. I don't remember exactly the name right now, but this is like the Bible of conversation designers. I know that Rebecca Ivanhoe, which is great conversation designer from New York, and Diana Dibble just had a book called Talking with Things. So these two are very, very, very good and very, very premier conversation designers. Caroline asked about the record. I believe that Yuval will have an answer for this.
Yes.
Francisca Jorguera asked, do you have any recommendations to those who want to start the journey? I have a recommendation. Just log into CocoHub and start creating. And if you need any help, just let me know, because we believe that we really did it the best way, the easiest way for everybody who never wrote the code. And I have never wrote the code from the age of 12 that I was like in old PCs and designing some traffic lights in school. So we tried to do it. Any more recommendations, Francisca, is just right. There's a lot of blogs. I will also put here, we have a glossary, a great glossary with terms about conversational AI. So you can start understanding like more like terminology of chatbots and what is like entities and what is a happy path, what is Wizard of Oz testing, a lot of like things. Danielle Moulier asked if I can support complete projects or have to do it by ourselves. If you have a chatbot on another platform, we also support integration from other platforms like Dialogflow or from Raza, Cognigy, etc. And if you want to take a chatbot that doesn't have like deployment channel or the cool deployment channel that we have and deploy it here, just let me know and we will try to help. So yeah, we do support complete projects. Another good thing with the component is the reusability of them. Because, for example, you can create a component. Let's say that you have pizza place, but you have different costs. So you can have like the same menu, maybe in 3 places, but the different costs. So you can create a component of the menu, which is built the same, but then for London, we will have one, and for Manchester, we will have a second one, and for Liverpool, you have a third one. Some more questions. Okay, Charles says thank you, and everybody says thank you. Let's see if I forgot the name of the book and the author recommendation. Okay, sorry. Kathy Pearl.
She have a really good talk at one of the Google I/Os. I would really recommend to Google her if you're not ready to commit a book right now. So check her video on YouTube. And I've been following her work as well. She's doing, back then, like 2 years ago when I was trying to create chatbots, she was my reference as well.
Kathy is like the god, one of the gods of conversational AI. By the way, Anna, that you saw, Anna was one of the first chatbots ever. She was created in 2001. She's the world's first transgender bot, because she was created as virtual Alan Turing by our chairman Yaki Dunitz, who is one of the most veteran researchers in the world. And now Anna is like 20 years old, like literally, she's existing for 20 years, and she can talk about much like a lot of things. Like so, yeah, I put the names of the Katy Pearl and the Rebecca about Diana Dibble. They have like magnificent books on conversational AI, and I believe, unless somebody else has another questions. Okay, Francisca, another thing about like recommendations, there is a lot of tips for starters, but just think about the use case. Let's say that you want to have one for a pizza place, that one for a healthcare, one for like offering your services even, and just start writing. Imagine that you had the best conversation as a salesperson with a customer, and then just write it into a conversation. You say, just, I asked this question, so you put it on this say, and then what the user can ask me, so I put it on the navigation, etc., etc., etc. Just try to create the flow, and then try to think, what are you going to answer if the user is not cooperative, not cooperating, is trying to troll you maybe, and just take it from there.
All right, I have a question for the audience. So, what kind of chatbots are you planning to create now that you have the knowledge and the tools to do them? Is there any kind of ideas of bots that you're going to create? If so, Eran would love it if you will share with him your chatbots. He will give you feedback also on your chatbots. So, yeah, here in the chat, before we'll finish, this is the end of the workshop. Please feel free to share with us ideas for chatbots that you're going to create. And then in the meantime, I would say, oh, Mindy is saying a personal assistant for cancer patient. That's amazing.
That's amazing. I will say just a moment, Yuval. A half a year ago, a guy from Ohio created a skill for elderly people to help them with their medication regimen. And he won second place in an AHRQ challenge across the United States. He beat like universities, HMOs, and he came second place. He built it on our platform. This is called Wiwa Life. I will put it also here so you can like check it out. This was created on our website, on our platform, even before we had the Zoom deployments. It's just a skill for Alexa. But by the way, we had more than 1,000 Zoom deployments even before the first month ended, and we have like thousands of registered users so far. So you're more than welcome to join. As I said, you can ask me anything. Mindy, yeah, you're in Ohio. So Ohio is like one of the capitals of healthcare, right? You have like amazing clinics there. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Sorry, Yuval, I interrupted you.
No, so that's about it. So we have different ideas for people. And yeah, all I want to say is that feel free to share your chatbots with Eran. There is also a really great case study by CocoHub with this girl from Pakistan that I saw in the Israeli news. It was pretty cool.
The name is Aurat Raj. We help her she has a chatbot that helps Pakistani young girls and young women and girls with sexual reproduction, like reproduction health and sexual education and tolerance, like issues that are not like widely talked about by people in Pakistan. So she created the chatbot, and we're on the verge of making it like, she created like a use case on virtual, but we're going to customize. By the way, if you want a customized avatar, like one of your own, let us know. We will help you with this. It has additional costs. By the way, I didn't mention prices. The building is for free. The testing is for free. The initial use is for free. On our website, we have the pricing plans. I will put it on the chat. If you have like more than 1,000 API calls, API call is one, like when you say to the chatbot one thing, for example, and he answers, you trigger a response for the chatbot. So if you have more than 1,000, once the chatbot is on the air, you have to pay $15, and more than 5,000, $50. And then we have like flexible plans. And if you have like big use cases or big companies that you work for, we'll be love to know that. and help you tailor. We have like a customer from the United States that we're tailoring a plan for these days for high volume of calls. So if you have this thing, just let us know.
Very cool. Eran Soroka, it was so much fun to have you here. You're such a knowledgeable person. Like every conversation I have with you, I'm thrilled with the enthusiasm that you have towards this product and how professional you are with the CocoHub product and how can just pick an idea and then just do that. It's like the second time I'm seeing how you're presenting this product and I'm blown away for the second time. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Master.
And it was great having you. And hopefully we'll see you in the future in one of our next events.
Yeah, and let me know. I can help with everything. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody. And thank you for joining this event by the UX Writing Hub. We would love for your feedback. So I'm going to leave once again the feedback form.
Yeah, fill the table.
Because we would love for your feedback so we could improve our events for future events for our members and for yourself. We had a lot of requests to do events about conversation design. So we listened to you and this is why we did this event today. And if you have any other event you'd like to have, just mention and we promise that we're going to listen and improve our content for you. Thank you, everyone. And I'm going to see you in our next event. Ciao.
Thank you, Val.
Bye, Eran.
Bye-bye.